What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to be talking about a Tim Hortons Steep Tea K-Cup and the Sailor Millicore in blue. So, as many of you probably are already aware, I'm Canadian, proud of it, and something that we love is our Tim Hortons, aka Timmy Ho's, anything Tim's, Timmy's. Basically, if anything, any one of those words are said, we all know what we're talking about, and we all friggin' love it. And one thing I actually quite enjoy from Tim Hortons is their steeped tea. So steeped tea came out from Tim Hortons, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, basically as an alternative to their other bagged teas. So they offer like the main things like English breakfast, chai, Earl Grey, some herbal teas, peppermint teas, like all that kind of stuff. But they've always done it in bags. So you get your to-go cup, a thing of hot water, you put the bag in and you're good to go. Then they came out with steep tea. So you can go, they steep loose leaf tea already, and they have it in like a coffee pot kind of thing. When you go, you order it, that's what you get. And I quite enjoy it. It's just an orange pico. So it's it's a black tea. It's kind of strong, but not too strong. I will say though, it depends on who makes it. Sometimes it's a little weaker than others. I quite enjoy it when it's strong myself. So sometimes when I go to the location where I work, I kind of ask them how long it had been steeping for, because I like it to be strong. But since K-Cups are now all the rage, even though they are terrible for the environment, I could not resist picking up the steep tea from Tim Hortons. My parents, my mother and my father, both enjoy using Keurigs, so I thought, well, if I'm ever over and I'm using their Keurig, this is what I want. And my mom, who's never a tea drinker, hates most tea, but likes orange pico, enjoys Tim Hortons steeped tea. So this is essentially the same thing. You basically just put it in their brewer, and it brews some coffee. And by coffee, I mean tea. So you can see the bag in there. The handy thing about this is that it does have a little icon. You can actually remove the insert here, this little filter bag. The filter bag you can put in a green bin, so it's compost, and the plastic you can put in recycling. So while these are absolutely terrible for the environment, this brand is at least trying to make it a little bit less terrible. But when all is said and done, this tea is quite tasty. It is weaker than if you were to brew your own tea. So just word to the wise, because you cannot control the amount that's in here, and you cannot control how long it steeps for, in the sense that it just brews through. It is on the weaker end of tea. So if you don't like strong flavored teas, this is going to be beautiful for you. It's convenient and whatnot. But if you are like me, who like really strong teas, then this may not be the best. It's about $10 for 12 cups, which is a little expensive. So I only ever buy it when it's on sale. But I would recommend you check it out, especially if you only have tea once in a blue moon. This would be a good option, just so that way it doesn't kind of go stale and bad and gross. But there you go. One pen that is not stale, bad, or gross is the Sailor Millicore. I'm probably mispronouncing that, so I apologize. But I quite actually like this. Looking at this pen online, I didn't really think I would. This pen was lent to me, so it is not mine. But I quite enjoy it. When I first opened the box, I actually didn't like it all that much. It's definitely unique looking. But I dig it now. It has the Pro Gear size, not the slim, the or the standard. It's like the bigger size, which I quite like. The slim is a little too small for my meaty hands. At the top here, you have the Sailor Finial logo, which I quite like. You have the clip, which is very nice. It's springy but has good tension at the same time. And around the edge of the cap here, you have their standard, at this point I would say, 2 ring. So you got a gold ring, and then you have their main ring, which says Sailor, Japan, founded 1911. Again, pretty much like any one of their pens do. and at the end cap, it's just black. But as you see here, there's many different shades of blue. So the ends here are quite, I would say like a royal blue. And then these ones here are about a navy blue. And this one, well, it's just a dark blue. I don't have a fancy name for that one. And each color is separated by a raised gold ring. Unscrewing the pen, you have another kind of gold band here, and you're back to the royal blue, just like the ends. So the royal blue ends the cap and ends the pen as well, which I kind of like, so that way it keeps the pattern going. Weight-wise, this is pretty good. It's a little bit heavier than the normal Pro Gear, or the 1911 for that matter, large. It's a little bit heavier, potentially because of the extra like kind of details. I quite enjoy the weight. I use this pen unposted, and it's very comfortable in my hand, but you can securely post the pen. It just becomes a little bit back weighted for me. The pen uses, if I unscrew this, the Sailor proprietary cartridge or converter, whichever you prefer, and it cannot be eyedropper converted because of the metal components on the threading. And the nib is the 21 karat. This is a hard medium fine, just solid gold nib. So I really like this pen. I prefer the Pro Gear pen shape anyways over the 1911 kind of cigar shape. It is a little bit shorter. This is the full size, but it is a little bit shorter than the full size 1911. But I don't know, I like the look of this one a little bit better, potentially because this is more common than this. I don't know, but that's just my preference. So yeah, I actually really quite like it. There is a pink version as well. It has like different shades of like pink and red. This is obviously the blue. Like I said, I didn't quite like it when I first saw it, but it's growing on me and I'm liking it now. So let me, oh, pricing. I always forget pricing. This is a bit more of an expensive pen. Potentially because there's a bit more embellishment on the body. I'm not quite too sure. This is what I would say is one of Sailor's more like flashy pens. Most of the time they're like black, very mute colors. But I think they're starting to get into a little bit more, you know, they've got like this like Robin's Egg Blue Sailor now out. They've got this, and definitely the pink one is flashy. So there's a few, they're starting to get a little bit more brave, I think, with their color choices of pens. But anyways, this one's a little bit more expensive. This is $360 US pricing retail, which then for Canada, that puts us around $480, again, retail. For Japanese pens though, if you do look to purchase from a Japanese seller, you can get them for quite a significant price decrease, but retail pricing is kind of expensive. But I do like the pen, and I got a few other things I want to say when I get the writing sample going. So I'm going to stop talking and let's do it. Alright, so the ink for today, which is going to be a little bit difficult to get the true color of, is Monteverde Blue Black. And of course the Sailor Millicore 21 karat hard medium fine nib. I really like this nib. I've used a couple of medium fines now from Sailor and I quite enjoy them. You do get some pretty good line variation if need be. It's quite smooth. There is a little bit of feedback, enough to know that your nib is running across the page. I will say with this one particularly, I have not experienced it with any other of my medium fine nibs. Like I said, this isn't my pen, but anything else I've ever used has not happened. But if you listen, I hope the camera picked that up because this one is a little bit louder. Almost sounds like a pencil. But despite that, it is quite smooth. Like I said, it just has a teeny bit of a hint of a feedback. I almost said heatback. but I quite enjoy it. I've never had any issues with hard starts or skips. It works well no matter what direction you put the nib in. It's very well tuned. So I do quite enjoy it. This one is nice and juicy, which I really like. I like really wet pens, and this one is appropriately wet. So I really, really dig it. Like I said earlier, I'm surprised at actually how much I enjoy this pen. I would absolutely recommend it. If you get the chance to try it or buy it or anything like that, I would definitely recommend it. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you really like the video but haven't yet done so already, do hit that subscribe button. New videos come out every Monday and Friday, and the occasional Q&A on Tuesday. Hit up that comment section below. Hit that bell notification so that you know exactly when I post a video. And guys, as always, I will see you next time. Bye.